Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Michelle Litwiller. I didn't even pay attention where I hit live, so let me make sure I'm live in the right group. And let me know when you hop on. Of course, I can't see if I'm live in the right group. Hi, Lisa. That's a good sign. I see Lisa. Okay, there we are. Good. Awesome, awesome. Okay, it is March, everyone. Can you believe it? Thank you for joining me tonight. I have a couple of different cards to share with you tonight. Sorry, I was sharing to my some of my other groups. And we are going to be using a new release set of products. And some of them are kind of while supplies last, but then the bundle is going to be in our next annual catalog. And I actually just started playing with it this morning, and I absolutely, hands down, love it so much. So I'm excited to create, I think, 3 cards with you tonight. I only showed a sneak peek of 2 of them because the third one I actually haven't made yet. I just die cut some pieces. So we have that we are going to be doing tonight. And here's a peek at the bundle. And there's paper and foil paper and all this fun stuff. I'll show you in a minute. But it is March 2nd, 2022. If you are catching the live or the replay, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a comment, let me know where you're from, let me know your favorite card at the end, and or if you plan to get this suite of products. I would love to hear that, to know that. And then the last thing I'm just checking really quick is to don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So we are at 5.91, so 5,900 and some subscribers. So I'm trying to get to 6,000. We're getting so close. So thank you for sharing my videos, for sharing my YouTube channel. It's free to do that, so I appreciate it so much. Okay, so Lisa said she is very excited for the set. She purchased it yesterday. Thank you so much, Lisa, for ordering this bundle. I'm so glad you are going to love it. I love turquoise Caribbean water, and we're gonna make a card today with that, and I'm very excited. This is I believe this is a distinctive stamp. This big, the wave there, but do you see the words in it? It says, "Our friendship is a thing of beauty. You're totally awesome. Happy birthday," and then "Your strength is an inspiration." So those are the sentiments. You also have this big giant wave, this pelican on a log, a little seagull up here. So I've used every single stamp in this case, and that's what we're going to be using tonight. So hi, Sharon. Sharon is just right up the road from me. Okay, so thanks for sharing this video again tonight, and let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I did want to share one thing in case you missed last week. My card club is still open, so if anyone would like to join or take it as a one-time class, we are using the flowering rain boots. Anyway, we're using this set with the cute rain boots and some sneak peeks, the watering can, and then we're using some of the tulip paper. Okay, this bundle is currently unorderable. So it's supposed to be coming back on March 14th. So if you need to purchase it, don't worry, it's coming back. It should be in by the end of the month, so you can still order it if you haven't already. But I just wanted to let you know, if you do try to order it and you didn't order it last week, that is why it is currently unavailable for a short time. But that's what we're using, and you will make 8 of these 8 cards total, and you get over $20 worth of products. After 6 months, you get a swag bag. It's $38 shipped to you. If you're local and you want to come, just let me know, and I can get you in on that class. So that is the OWLET Card Club. You do need your own stamp set if you're not coming in class locally, or you can substitute with something. similar, and you do need your own ink. So those are the things you need. Now for this one, we die cut the boots and the flowers and the stems, so I highly recommend the dies so you can do that because those images are stamped and then die cut. But if there's any type of shape that is die cut or punched, we do that for you. So any shapes and punches that are labels, we do. But if it's stamped and die cut, we can't because you have to stamp it yourself. So that's how that works. I've just had a lot of people asking me about that. And so, yeah. All right, let's get started stamping. I'm super excited about this suite of products. And I even made 4 cards for my team meeting. So I have a team of, I think about 130, 140 people. I don't know, it keeps growing. And we're all over the US. And every month we have a team meeting. And every month we also do team make and takes. So they get usually 4 cards that we make that is a class that I do exclusively for my team. And this month we're using this set anyway. So that was my inspiration for today. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you, well, let me show you before some of the papers, because in this suite right here, it's called you can find it in our online store. And I do have a new host code if you want to do any shopping. There's a new host code. And so you'll find this on the store, but not in our catalogs. So it has the bundle, which I set up here. And that is, how much is the bundle? $51.25. And the stamp set is just $23. But if you get the bundle, you save 10%. Then it has a pack of designer series paper, 12 by 12 for $11.50. A blue foils 12 by 12 specialty paper. This is beautiful. You get 6 12 by 12 sheets, 2 each of Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, and Silver. And then they have these basic wave rhinestone waves basic jewels for $6.50. So there's those. So let me show you. These rhinestones might be my new favorite thing. You guys know I love rhinestones and all those pretty shades of blues and greens. So those are really pretty. They're only $6.50. Then we have the specialty paper, the foils. And so we have, you can see I've been playing with it. This is the Night of Navy. I know on the camera it's going to like reflect everything, but this is really pretty. That's the navy. And then we have the Coastal Cabana sheet here. It's like a pretty lighter blue. And then your silver, the silver is a little bit more matte. It's a little more matte, and these two are shiny, like really shiny. Anyway, so you get 2 of each of those for $10. And then let me show you the, oh gosh, go in there. The 12 by 12 paper, the designer series paper. So it looks all kind of like water, different kinds of water. So I just moved my table and my studio around. I'm still adjusting in my new space. And so the light above me is like over now, and so I see I'm going in and out. So please bear with me as I'm trying to adjust all my lighting and settings once again. So here is the 12 by 12 paper, and it just looks like all these different like water, and some are like some different colors too. And like here's a sheet like that, and then the back. So they are kind of bold, and let me just pull it out. So there's that. So you could use, these kind of look like tie-dyed Easter eggs, like some of the back. There's that one. Or like shaving cream. I've seen like, there's that one again, and then this one, and then the back. So one of the sheets I already used up already. Again, because I cut up for, there's that one, I can't remember. I already cut up for team make and takes, and I used all the paper, but it looked kind of like this on one side and then this on the other. And then there's that one. So kind of some fun paper. So yeah, okay, let's get started now. Oh, and I told you the prices, and again, the paper, the 2 papers and the rhinestones are while supplies last, or until May 2nd. So just know that while supplies last, or May 2nd, and then the bundle, the stamps and the dies, will be in our next catalog, our next annual catalog. Okay, so we are going to start with our wave card first. And so these are what we're going to need, these pieces. Oh, let me get rid of that host code. Everything is kind of on the opposite side to me tonight. And I'm going to show you these dies. So here you get 2 of these waves that die cut. There's 2 really cool labels in here. And what I like about them is they have these slots so you can thread ribbon through them, and they're like stitched. So there's a skinny one and a little bit fatter one, chunkier one. There's 2 clouds, and then these you could put the little details over the clouds if you want. And then this one cuts out that pelican. And then these are little seagulls that you could die cut too. So really cool stamp or dies. Anyway, okay, so we are going to need, I'm missing 1 piece, and I didn't cut that because I was going to do that with you. And we are going to need this blue, we're going to use this really pretty, the Coastal Cabana blue foil, and I need it to be 5 1/4 by 4. So I believe it's already cut at 5 1/4 this way, so I need to cut it at 4. Now this is a pretty big chunk of paper, right? And it's just going to get layered behind here. Isn't that so pretty? So I'm going to cut out the center to save this for another piece. So this is a way you can kind of make your pretty papers go a little bit longer. Isn't this so, this is so pretty. I wish you could see it in person. You're just going to want to buy it, trust me. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to move this over here, is you could take our stitch rectangles and cut out a rectangle in the center, or any shape. If you're making another card, you could go ahead and do that. I'm just going to put this in kind of right where I know my cutter goes down. You can see the lines, that's where it's going to cut. I'm just going to cut eyeball. This might freak some of you out that it's not going to be perfect, but I'm just going to cut up, but I'm not going to go all the way because I'm just going to get the inside piece out to use. See how it cut that, like it cut a slit there? Now I'm going to turn it over and kind of line up where that is, and I'm going to cut down. So I want to leave a border so I can attach this. I'm leaving maybe, I don't know, not quite, a little more than a 1/2 inch is what I'm leaving probably if I were to guess. And then I'm going to go down here, and you can be very precise, but I'm on camera and it's not always easy being on camera, and so I'm just cutting a little rectangle out like this. So here, if it didn't go all the way through, just take your paper snips and snip. So now we just basically made a frame, right? And then I can keep this to cut out a wave or something else. This blue is gonna match like so pretty with that. Okay, so now we have our stuff cut. So we are going to do some stamping. Now this stamping is so cool. So what I would recommend is our sponge daubers. So apparently they're at my home in my basement. I cannot find a single one here. I probably have one here where I don't know. But we sell those in the back. So what I'm going to use is a piece of a sponge, which we do not sell these anymore. But I think the sponge dauber would work better because you just stick them on your finger and it has a little sponge at the top, and you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. But that's what I recommend, and I think you would even get a little bit better results, and it's not going to be as messy. But I'm going to be using the sponge because I forgot to bring one back. Okay, what you're going to need, or what I'm going to use, is these 2 colors. I'm using Bermuda Bay and Pacific Point, these 2 colors of blue. And then you're going to want your little sponge dauber. And then we're going to need our big stamp, this wave. We're going to stamp the wave first. Oh, can you tell we're going to use more than one color on it? This is a really big stamp, and so I have like this really big block to attach it to. So this is block F. So it's a really big block. You could use, I think we have this one. It might be, it's a little small for block I. You could probably make it work. It's the top might go off. See how the top is a little close. Anyway, so I have a really big stamp here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my Bermuda Bay. This is the lighter of the two colors. I love Bermuda Bay. This reminds me of some Caribbean water. I'm going to ink this up, the whole stamp, really well. And see, I'm just doing it upside down because it's so big. So just like that. And then I'm going to take Pacific Point, which is the darker color, the darker of the blues, and I'm going to take, this is where I would definitely take your sponge dauber. So see, my fingers are already getting ink. I'm going to just like pinch this and put it in like this. So that's why I'm just pinching it because I don't have the other. And then I'm going to make sure I got ink on there, and I'm going to just go kind of tap it in a few spots on this stamp. So you can go however much or little you want. So that's all I did, okay? And then make sure you wipe your hands because you're not going to want to ruin this card because it's going to turn out so pretty. So I do have a baby wipe here. So I'm just going to clean my hand off. And then I'm going to close this up because we're done with the Pacific Point for right now. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to huff on it to re-moisten the stamp. So if you hear me, that's what I'm doing. And then I have a scrap piece of paper here. I'm just going to put down. And, sorry, I got to huff again. And then what I'm going to do is just make sure, because there is an edge on the stamp, that it goes off so I get the full wave on here. At least that's what we're going to hope for. Okay, I'm giving it a really good huff, and then you're just going to want to try to, I'm trying to get it straight. So let's hope my fingers are in the way now. This is a really big block. I should have used my Stamparatus for this one. Okay, it's down, and now I'm just pressing. I would love to be with you, Tara, in the Caribbean right now. Like, so much, I can't even express how much I would love to be there with you. I mean, you're not there, but I would love to go with you. We could meet up. Okay, so then look at that. When I pull this up, you can see the colors of the different shades in this wave. Do you see the variation of the blues in there? And depending on how much you like dab with your sponge dauber, it will pick up more anyway. So that's really cool. So there's that. And since I have a chamois out, but I'll just wipe this off because I don't want anything to fall on it. Look at how pretty this blue is. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to pull in this, and we're going to layer this together. So you can use your favorite adhesive. I'm using my Stampin' Seal. And this one is about to run out, so I will be happy if I even get this card done. I can see the little red, I can see the red thing right there, like it's gonna run out. Okay, then we're just going to center this. So this was 5 1/4, so the blue foil was 5 1/4 by 4. The white layer is 5 by 3 3/4. 5 by 3 3/4, there's that. Then our base was Coastal Cabana. So this is a beautiful color. So there's that. Okay, so here's our card base. Before we put this down on here, and we also have to stamp our pretty label. Look at our label. It has stitching. It's just really cool. we're going to want to use some ribbon, and I'm telling you, I ran out of my ribbon and I was scrounging for pieces. So this is the Pool Party sheer ribbon, and I literally just have some scraps of it here. So I'm hoping I have a piece long enough. Oh, I guess I need to stamp first. I'm getting ahead of myself. I just got excited about the ribbon. So I'm going to stamp the one that says, "Your strength is an inspiration." And I'm going to stamp it in Bermuda Bay on our tag. Anybody else get so excited about the card you forget like some basic steps like this? Like stamp your sentiment. Okay, be careful. There's a lot of edge. You don't want to mess that up. Okay, so we're going to stamp this right on here. And both this one and the one that says "You're so totally awesome" will fit on this label. And then the happy birthday in here fits on the other label really nice. I'm sure there's tons of other sentiments you can use too, but for this stamp set, those are the ones. All right, so now we're gonna close this up and put this together. So, oh, Carolyn said that her granddaughters that are 7 and 12 just got back from Hawaii where they learned how to surf. This is like perfect for that. I just booked a plane ticket to actually to Las Vegas I'm going to a Stampin' Up thing, but it's not in Las Vegas. It's in southern Utah. And anyway, we're flying into Vegas. And the plane ticket there was the same as it was to go to Hawaii. And I thought about just bailing on the other thing and just going to Hawaii. So did you see how I just threaded this Pool Party sheer ribbon through like that? And flip this. Yes, this stamp set is currently available to everybody, whether you are, everyone can get this stamp set. It is available on the online store. Okay, so I'm going to see how I do it. I'm going to actually tie the bow and then attach the label down with dimensionals because that's just how I did it the first time. So I'm wrapping this around like this. And now because I can then move my label where I want it. That's why I'm doing it this way. If you're like, why are you doing that? That label's not attached. That's why. So I have this here. And now I'm just going to make a bow on the side. If you don't like ribbon, you can leave the ribbon off. I just loved this light sheer ribbon. You guys know I'm a fan of ribbon and rhinestones. So this card is going to have both of those. Okay, so there's this. So now I can kind of slide my ribbon because it's just kind of on the back. See, we have that window pieced out. And over here, Carolyn, it must be on your side. Mine isn't freezing up at all. Okay, so now I'm going to take some dimensionals. Look at a brand new sheet of dimensionals. That's like really exciting. I'm going to take 2 of these and I'm just going to carefully, like, because I see how I just like bend that. I'm going to add them on. Just be gentle. Don't like pull really hard. And then carefully, when you put it down, you can line it up where you want it to go, your label, like that. So there we have our label and our little bow. Just make sure you get it straight. I feel like mine isn't completely straight. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to attach this down. And look at, I'm running out of my stuff. Yep, just like I knew. I ran out, but don't worry, I have another one right here. So I'll change this one later. Okay, add here. You gotta love technology when sometimes it does and does not work. So we're gonna take this and we are going to add this to our card over here. And then I'm just going to press it down. And then I'm going to take those really, really pretty rhinestones that we have. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors of blues and greens, it looks like. I just want you to see how beautiful they are. $6.50. And then we are going, I'm going to take some of these ones and add some to our card. And just kind of like that. I'm going to add 3. So here is our card. Here is the other one. Not that piece of ribbon. So here is the card, and the wave with those colors that we like dabbed on make this card look so cool. It's hard with that foil in the background, like kind of reflecting the light, but there is our card. So really pretty card. I hope you like it. And use a sponge dauber so your fingers don't get too inked up. Okay, I have 2 more that we're gonna make. So, okay, our next one, we are going to be using So Saffron, a soft yellow. I'm gonna put this big wave back. So we're gonna be using that little seagull thing and the pelican and the happy birthday. So these are the stamps we're going to be using. I'm also going to be using Soft Suede, So Saffron, and Pumpkin Pie. So these are the colors. I keep going over here. I'm used to my camera being to the right. It's to the left now. So these are the colors that we're using. And you're going to want your blending brushes. So I have my yellow. I have my orange. And I'm going to use brown. So I'm going to use these. And what I went ahead and did is I embossed this in the bark 3D embossing folder because I thought it looked kind of like waves in the background. So this is from our annual catalog. It's from the bark, like tree bark, okay? And then I already went ahead and I did the clouds. The clouds are from the bundle. There's 2 sets of clouds. Now they do have those little detailed things that can go over. I didn't do those, but you can. We have clouds. And then this is the other label that has that, gosh, that light is like, it has a stitching. Anyway, there we go, the stitching there. And then, of course, our favorite from the Scallop Contour Dies, this label right here. It's like the 3rd biggest. And then our base is going to be So Saffron also. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you, Peg and Kim. Okay, so just fold your card base over, and then you can go ahead and we're just gonna go ahead and put this color on color down. Now I am gonna show you the other cards I made for my team meeting too because they're pretty darn awesome too, and I think my team is gonna love them. I'll show you some sneak peeks of those. So this is what we have so far. That. Now, oh, I forgot a piece. So let me cut a piece real quick. I need a piece of white. Basic white. I knew I was going to forget something. Okay, I probably have no white anywhere around now that I need it. I need a piece for the inside of that scallop. So that measures, I don't know what it measures. So I want a piece of white that fits inside of here because this has like, gosh, that light. This has like stitching, so I want a piece that goes inside of there. And do you think I can remember? Do you know how many times I've cut this? A lot, but I can't remember what it is. It is going to be 2 and I don't know what this is. It's a little more than 2.5, and I can't remember if it's like 3 1/4. Does that look? Let me see. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Jane, on your bonus card. I just love that set so much, that wildlife set. I'm glad you liked it too. So I'm just seeing where to cut this. I forgot to cut this piece, and this piece is, let's see if this, I think this is a little bit bigger than the other one, but this measures 3 7/8 by 2 5/8, I think. So that's this piece right here. Okay, now we're gonna do some not sponging. I'm so used to seeing sponging. We're gonna use these colors in the background with our blending brushes. And so what I did is I started with the So Saffron. It's like a soft yellow. You could use Daffodil Delight too. And I took my yellow and I just kind of went around and I went off just a hair. And then I'm going to do the yellow about 2/3 of the way. So just swirl this around in your background. Make it really soft and pretty. Make it however light or dark you want. And just add on your color, kind of like this. It's a little bit darker than it's picking up on the camera for whatever reason. It is a little bit more yellow than it's showing. Okay, then I'm going to take the soft suede. Now my soft suede it could use to be re-inked, so crumb cake would be a great color too. It's in the other room from my last class still, so crumb cake, or if your soft suede isn't really inked up, will work good too. And we're going to take this on the bottom and kind of blend it up to that yellow. So we're just going to build up the bottom like sand. Okay. And then, again, get the color like you like it. Hello, Betty. You know what? Okay, so there's that. I was going to say something. I lost my train of thought. So there's what we have so far. We're going to use the soft suede in a minute, so I'm going to set it over here. Next up, we're going to open up our pumpkin pie, so our orange. Do you know what we're going to do with this? You probably do. We're going to take our orange little blending brush, and ink this up. And this we're going to go kind of in the middle, like a sun. Like the sun is kind of setting or rising. I always think of a sunset. And I'm going just in a circle, in a circular motions is all. So it looks kind of like this. Okay, that's our little background piece. So now we are going to take a scrap of white and our little guy here, the pelican, on the little log, and I have soft suede ink. And again, because mine needs to be inked up really bad, I'm going to really ink it here. And then I'm going to stamp this. Okay, so we have a special going on also that I was supposed to mention at the beginning and I forgot. It is where you can get the mini Stampin' Cut emboss machine for 20% off. So it's normally $60. So you can get it for, what is that, $40 now? And so I literally have one on my desk. It's this little thing right here. So it comes, you can fold it up. If you have the big one, it's just like a little baby of it. It's this right here, like here's my hand to show you about the size of it. And it comes with the 2 plates, the clear plates. You can tell I use it. They're all cut up, and they're actually, mine are even starting to crack because I use it so much. So you can buy replacement plates when you need it. I use mine a lot. And then it has a couple of bases. I will tell you this. Here's my one disclaimer. This says it's to be used with embossing folders. But one of my friends, Ange McKay in Canada, actually told me to use this plate as your base plate for even your die cutting, and it feeds through easier. And she's 100% right. So I would recommend using number 3, which is a gray plate, and then your clear plate, and then just I use this plate pretty much all the time. I don't use the other ones anyway. But you can get this 20% off right now. And I did want to mention it's while supplies last. So if they run out of their inventory, then the sale's over. They also have a select bundles that coordinate, that fit in here because the platform isn't as wide, that you can get 20% off also. And I did post this on my Facebook page, my business page here. So if you missed that, you can scroll down and you can see what bundles are on sale. And again, it's while supplies last. So that's 20% off. And I will pop up my host code at the end if you want to do that. I will be having a virtual class this month, like always. And so if your order goes over 50, I will still count that towards that. And if you guys ordered last month, because it was really late last month, you will not believe this. I went to my husband, I had to go to the post office to ship those. The post office was closed yesterday due to staffing issues. So they ended up getting shipped today and they were closing early today too. So anyway, I have my little pelican down. I'm just die cutting it. Yep, this comes with all of the plates that you need. Yep. So I believe it comes with everything that you need to die cut. Oh yeah, this says use with standard embossing folders. So there must be another one for the thicker ones. But it comes with a couple of different, I think two more other plates. So there's my little die there. And I'm going to just put this back so I don't lose it. And I cut out this. And we're done with this one now. So I'm going to move that aside. And then what I did is I actually took the Daffodil Delight marker. You could use a So Saffron. This one's just a little bit brighter. Did his beak, which you can't see, but I colored that in. And now we're going to get our little pieces here. You're also going to want some linen thread. And we're going to bring this in. Oh, I forgot to stamp this. Stamp your happy birthday on your label. And I'm using the soft suede here. So stamp that right there. And then we are going to stamp those little seagulls too, but in just a second. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of, where did that pelican go? Right here. It blended in with that wood grain. He's going to go kind of down here. And then I have these clouds that are going to go one here and one kind of up here. And this little tiny one. Oh, see, Sue said she loves the little die cutting machine. It is so convenient. So that was the other thing. Do you need a little one if you already have a big one? No. If you love to craft or you like smaller things, maybe if you have a smaller workstation, or if you want to take it to places, I highly recommend it. If you're like an avid crafter, or it is worth it, and I love it, and I do use it all the time. So we're going to stamp a couple of these. When my husband did his 100-mile race, I took it with me because it just folded up so small. And I had my little like pieces of cardstock already cut, and so I could just like take that while he was out running an ultra marathon. I could craft. Okay, So this is kind of how it's going to go together. I'm going to take my dimensionals and put some on the back of, see, I just found a bunch that weren't used up. I'm going to put 2 of these here. But if you had to get just one die cutting machine, I would definitely get the bigger one, just because it will cut everything and anything. I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely get the big one. But if you can't, or you're just starting out, or if you already have the big one and you want the little one, I love the little one too. Okay, then this is getting glued on here, like so. So I did want to mention that because that's a great sale. And those bundles, they're normally 10% off, and now you get another 20% off. So that's a great deal on those bundles, and I'm sure they're going to sell out. I'm sure that machine is going to sell out. So get it. Don't wait. Get it, get it, get it. This little cloud I'm going to have kind of going off. We're going to add some twine, so I'm just kind of adding my little elements first, and then this cloud is going to come up here. Now don't press super hard with that seagull or you could get a line. I have a tiny little line up there because I pressed a little bit too hard. So and I'm going to use a mini dimensional on this cloud, and I'm going to put this one up here. So then for our little words, they're going to go here, but I'm going to loop the linen thread around a few times. This linen thread is, look at this, it's a mess. I couldn't find the end, so I just cut it. I think I did that one time on live, and yep, that was fun. So I'm kind of looping it through the thing, and then I'm going to kind of do how I did the other card, but that card I wrapped it around twice. I don't even remember how I did that. I did it, let's see, I pulled this through. Of course it's not going to want to work because I'm on camera now. And then I went through again, so I need to pull it through a little bit longer. So I have a long tail here. I'm going to wrap it around, and then I'm going to go through a second time. I have no idea, Betty, on your question. I wouldn't think so. I've been using it like crazy since I got it, so I would be sad if they did. But I think they're just having it on sale. They have a sale. Okay, because we just came off of Celebration. But I don't know. Okay, so now we have this wrapped around. I'm having a little technical difficulties. So I got it wrapped around twice, so that was a little bit of work for me. And now I'm going to just tie it off to the side with a bow. So this could be like a card for anyone. I'm not going to add rhinestones, okay? That's going to be surprising. Okay, I'm tying this bow. And I'm going to try to. Okay. And I got way too long of a tail here, but I don't even care because that bow is really big. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. It's kind of like a giant bow my little girl used to wear when she was a toddler. They had these big bows I would put in her hair. She looks so cute. Okay, so just throw your little scrap away. So there we have that. So it's wrapped around twice, and it's just fed through this thing. Now, if you want this to stick down, you can go ahead and take a dimensional, and I'm going to secure it. I'm just going to put one. You can, because it's going to kind of just sit like that. So this is our piece, and we're going to attach this. Oh, I used dimensionals to our card. Oh my. Okay, so we're going to put this on our card right here. And voila, there is our card. I hope that you like it. Here is this other one. So on this one, my orange is a little bit lighter and yellow, but there is that card with the pumpkin. All right, I have one more to make with you. So if you just hopped on, we did this one with the wave, and there's like variegated blues in there. So check out the replay if you missed that. And then we're going to do one more really quick because I loved those dies and the foil paper. And so I went ahead and I die cut the wave out in the Coastal Cabana, and the camera is not picking this up. This is sad. And then in the Night of Navy. So it is just really pretty. And then I have a stitched rectangle right here, and then I have another one. So I figured we could use these pieces to make a card. I have some Coastal Cabana here. This is going to be our card base. This is going to be a quick one because this foiled wave is going to be awesome. So here's this, and now we are going to cut, I forgot, I wanted to cut a piece of that designer series paper. So I'm going to cut, I think this, maybe this one. See, no, I need some of that lighter color because I have Coastal Cabana. Let me pick a sheet. Oh, how about, let me see. How about this one? So it's so hard to pick a pattern. Okay, I'm going to cut this 5 1/4 by 4. This paper right here. So I'm going to cut it at 4. And 5 1/4. This is just going to go in the background. You could do what I did with the foil paper if you want to save paper, but this stuff, ooh, that's cool too. I'm not going to do that. This is almost the same price for 12 sheets. So I'm going to put this in the background here, and then this is kind of go over so you can see a little bit. Okay, so I had liquid glue right here. The adhesive sheets would work awesome with this. Again, there's the Coastal Cabana. Here's the Night of Navy. I'm going to layer these kind of over. And if you're wondering why this one is a little bit shorter, well, I knew that I'm going to kind of cut them off. And I had a piece, I actually used the inside piece of here to cut this out, like just exactly what I said. And it wasn't quite as long, but that's okay because it's going to work perfect on this card. So go ahead and take your favorite liquid glue or use your adhesive sheets before and just add a little bit. Again, less is more in this case. And I'm going to just add some here to attach this down. Now this one, it cut out the full thing, and that's fine too because I'm just going to take my paper snips and trim the edge off. And I haven't made this card, so hopefully it turns out pretty. I think it will because the paper is awesome, like we said. So I'm going to turn this over. I added my glue, and I'm just going to put this down here. And get on my email list if you're not already, because you'll get the email and it'll link it to my blog where there'll be pictures. I'll try to post pictures on my Facebook page too. But here it is in the light blue, and it's just, you can't even see how pretty this is. Then we're going to take, which I meant to put this on top. I guess we're not now. We're going to put this one over. The navy one is going to go over. It'll still look okay. I just wanted the lighter one, I think, because I like that color better. It's just a personal preference. I think it's still going to look fine. If I had to pick a favorite blue, I think we talked about this before because I really like blue. It would be either Coastal Cabana or Pool Party. Like, I love them both equally. I think. Maybe Coastal Cabana a little bit more. It's so hard. Okay, so there we have that. Added more glue. And then the same thing, I'm going to line this up. But it's going to kind of overlap in some different spots. And I'm just going to tap it down like this. And I'm going to hope you can see some of the colors picking up from the light. Okay, I'm going to turn this over and cut off the edge here like that. And if for some reason it's not sticking down like this little piece, you can just add a little bit of glue, or just, there actually is glue, so just stick it down. There we go. Okay, now we need to add our words, and I wasn't sure if I would use this. This is going to cover up some of the wave. This way it goes to the edge. So let's see, where's our stamp set? Okay, so we have You're So Totally Awesome, or we have the little happy birthday that is still out. So we could, I think I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday right on there and just make it super simple. And I'm going to do it in the, do I have Coastal Cabana out here? No. Okay, we'll use Bermuda Bay. So I'm just going to stamp it directly onto here. The happy birthday. Okay. And then you can add ribbon if you want. I'm afraid I'm going to get ink all over me. I think I'm just going to pop this up on dimensionals actually. So I'm going to put this like that. No, I think I like more of this. So I'm going to add this down. Here. And then flip this over and we're going to add dimensionals. Okay, we went kind of late. We've been going for an hour now, so I hope you're still with me. I hope you love this bundle. I hope I've sold it to you on how awesome it is. I'll show you my other cards I made with it too. We're going to put this down like this. Then we're going to take our rhinestones and we can use the green, we can use the blues. There's so many pretty colors in here. I'm going to use one of these darker blues over here, and one of the, it's like I don't even know what to pick because they're so beautiful. That's a hard decision. I'm going to pick one of these ones and put it up there, and I think you could put some rhinestones over here. I think I got enough. Okay. So it's a pretty little card. So this one, I feel like the camera is failing me on this. So check out the picture. There's that one. And then we have these. Okay, so those were our cards for tonight. I hope you love them. Okay, here are some cards. Again, I made for my team meeting. So I made these this morning. So I did this one. So my team will get to get these set of 4 cards for only $10. And I did the wave kind of the same, but a little bit of different colors. And I did the background. And then Here's a card. So this has the wave over the paper. So that's pretty. And then we're going to make this one with that kind of that blue wave on the bottom. And then this one. This is almost identical to the one we did today, but it's just on white. And I only wrapped it around once. So that's the difference, white or so saffron. So I hope you can do so many, you can, put the waves on the background of that designer paper. So you can do so much with this bundle anyway. So if you need to order anything, here's the new host code right up there. And again, you're definitely going to want these really pretty gems for $6.50. And there is the blue foils paper, the Waves of Ocean Designer Series paper for $11.50. The foil is $10, and then the bundle is up here. So if you need any if you have any questions on this bundle or anything, let me know. And let me try to change my camera view. I'm kind of over here because that's where the other camera is. So thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will be hopefully live with Paper Pumpkin. I still have to finish my second, one of my alternatives. It's in process up behind me. So I plan to still get that done this week too. So I will see you guys then. And thanks for joining, subscribing, and I look forward to going through all your comments as well. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.